Hi, my name's John. Geordie John, or John the Geordie Bastard. I spent a bit of time this weekend on my milling machine. The round handles I had on, they were alright, but I took them off and I've got a couple of Bridgeport handles, given I much prefer that handle and a much nicer handle to use. So I've made adapters and put them on. As you can see, they're a little bit rusty. What I'm going to do, I'm going to polish them, and a friend of mine's going to plate them for us. I've always wanted to make a polisher. I've got a motor here, I think it's a 1 horse single phase motor. What I'm going to do, I need to make an arbor to take the polishing mop to go on the end of the motor. It's a tapered arbor with a thread on. I'm going to spend a bit of time on the lathe showing you how I turn tapers, and we're actually going to turn a taper with a thread on. You can buy an arbor, they're not expensive, but I'd rather make one. I might get a laugh on the way. Anyway, we'll go across the lathe and I'll show you how I cut tapers. Right, cutting tapers. Basically what I want a taper on there, taper about 2 inches long, going from say 4 or 5mm up to full diameter, but the taper's got to have a thread on. The most common method of cutting a taper is to use a compound slide. This is called a compound slide, and it's adjustable any angle you want, so you can adjust the angle of it. It's locked up with a couple of screws. Some have got graduations on, this one hasn't. I just use a protractor to get the angle I want right. You put your tool in like that. Tool's on centre height. You'd wind that into there, lock your carriage off, and you put your cut on using that. As you can see, it's going to cut an angle. It's going to cut whatever angle you set that to. You go steeper, shallower, bastard, steeper, shallower. I've used it before when I did the collar chuck. I used it to cut the internal taper. That's why I can find that bit of video and put it in with this one. So basically you can put that at any angle you want. The limiting factor is the length of travel you have on the compound slide. This being a British lathe, Boxford lathe, what it has got, it's got enough travel to cut a 2-most taper. That's the way it was designed, that's what it does. So if you want to cut a longer taper than the length of travel on your compound slide, which isn't very much, actually about 3 inches, what you can do, the tailstock on the lathe is adjustable. It's got a couple of screws in here and you can adjust it off centre that way or that way. At the minute it's set up to cut dead through. It's set up dead in the centre line of the lathe, but you can offset it to cut shallow tapers. I've got a bit of bar here, a bit of bright steel bar, 20mm diameter. What I need to do, I need to bore it out so it fits on there, and I need a taper putting on there with a screw thread so I can screw the polishing mops on. Right, you've seen this all before. All I want to do is square the ends of the bar up, put a centre drill marking them. Right hand knife tool, it's on centre height. I know it is, I use it all the time. This tool does most of your machining work. Nice light cut. Centre drill. Nice and gentle. Centre drill's main ambition in life is to snap off in the hole, especially little ones. A decent sized hole in the end of it. Turn it round, same again. Right. Right, what I've done, I've put a paint mark on the back there so you can see when I adjust it. So you need to loosen off the lock that stops you sliding back and forward. A couple of Allen bolts, one there, one opposite it. And what I want to do, I want to fetch the tailstock as far this way as I can so I can cut the steepest taper I can. These don't work the way you think, they work ours first. So I take that screw, loosen that screw right off in the back of there. Tighten this one and it should push it across this way. Yeah, see it moving? Actually taking the screw out the far side. Right, that's as far as it'll go, which is probably half an inch or so, maybe a little bit more, quite a lot. One of the best things you can do, a bit of wood, you drop a chuck, you're doing damage to the bed. Nothing looks worse than dings in beds caused by drop chucks or people going through with a hacksaw. That stops it all. Make sure the hole in the centre's clean. Now we need something to turn the job, so we'll use a drive plate. Screws onto there. We'll use a drive dog. Idea is the centre goes into there, that touches that, and that's what transmits the drive. The centre for the tailstock. What you should have when you're cutting such a big taper, you should have what they call a ball centre with a ball on. I haven't got any, but what I'm going to do, I'll put the ordinary live centre in there. In the centre I've got for the tailstock, I've actually got a cup centre, like a hollow centre, so I'm going to try putting a ball bearing in there and put that I don't know if you can see that. What I've done, I've got a small ball bearing in this end. I'm going to be stroke cutting that, so I'm going to just put a cable tie on here. It should take any chatter out of it. See that this is not ideal. I should have a ball centre on there as well. I'll just be running the lathe nice and slow. The other way to get the machine to taper is to use a taper turning attachment. It's a device that mounts onto the back of the lathe. It takes over control of your cross slide. You disconnect the drive screw from the nut as a linkage goes onto the back, and as it goes up and as it goes back and forth along the carriage, it moves the cross slide in and out. I haven't got a one. I have a friend who has a one. I'll see if I can do a bit of video with his. It's quite interesting. If you can see how far out of line that is. Now once again, favourite tool, right hand knife tool. You see you've got all this wafting around, make sure you've got your cuffs is all tied up, you don't want to get stuck in there. Once you start making the cut, you'll find that you've got to keep adjusting the centres until they settle in. Just a little nip on them. Some power feed on. Quite fast on power feed. Taking reasonable cuts, 15s I would say. Ball bearing in the end seems to be working quite well. Well worth making one for the other end. That centre with the ball bearing seems to be working quite nice. I've never seen that in the boot before, putting the ball bearing in there. The other end looks like it's doing alright. Well, what I'm doing at the end of the day, it's a handle to put a polishing bob on. Right, what I'm going to do, I found a blank, I had a blank 3-most tape at arbour. Right, so I'm going to try a ball bearing on each end. One in there. Obviously these are going to take the misalignment up better than a point stuck in a drill hole. Right. So now we've got a ball bearing on each end. Cable tie around that. I bet they didn't use cable tie in the 1930s. If it had the bastards, I would have. Right, we'll sew it away. It actually feels better than the lathe, feels a lot quieter and smoother. So we've got a ball bearing in each end. Straight away I can tell it's putting a better finish on. Yeah, pleased with that, so I've learned something there for myself straight away. Like you see, you can't get a centre with a ball on to take up the offset angle. That's just a hole in the end of the centre, just a hole in the end of it. Just a blank mandrel with a ball bearing in. Probably 6mm, probably 6mm or quarter ball bearing. What you've got to watch for as you get near the end of your cut. You've got to be careful for all this lot wafting round for this bit, hitting the carriage and whatnot. I'm watching for clearance on the driving dog and the tool post. We've got plenty. Pretty good. A little tickle memory tape now would be great, but it doesn't need to be. Now we'll set it up and single point thread that. Right, I've got the lathe set up for screw cutting. I've got it in slow speed back here. I've got the gearbox set up. Change with the set up. It'll be cutting 2mm pitch thread. I've got the compound angle set at 30 degrees. We have to check, remember, the tip of the tool, the angle the tip of the tool makes. Ruler. The angle the tool makes, that angle there on the tool is the same as the angle of the same as the angle of the slide. So I'm looking down there, I can see the angle of that and I can see the angle of the tool, they're the same. So what we'll be doing will just be feeding in on the compound slide. It's basically exactly the same as cutting a thread on a piece of parallel bar, because that face there is running parallel to the lathe, axis of the lathe. Right, so compound's on 0. Cross slide is on 0. I'll be using the thread dial indicator. We'll set it away, run nice and slow. Crank it up a little bit. Check what centres are still lit up. A little bit of bilge, a little bit of oil. Right, I'm going to put a cut on. Cut to 5 thou. I'm watching for my nut coming round. Thread dial indicator. I've actually got a red paint marker on, I use that all the time. Here it comes. Right, here it goes. Barely scraping the surface. I can't use my foam tool. I have a foam tool I normally use for cutting metric threads. That one there. I just haven't got enough room to get it in with the centre. Just use an ordinary ground up. Actually a tip tool. Been broken a few times and reground. So the thread's not critical, all it's for, so obviously for to screw the mop on, you know. And let it do its full cut. Right, so all it's doing, it's scratched it. We're back at the beginning now. We'll put some more cut on. 5 thou aside. I'm watching for my thread indicator coming round. But I could smoke a cigarette, mate. Dear me. Very therapeutic cutting threads. Easy to make a mistake. You've got to concentrate all the time. When you're pissing about the cameras, it's hard. Right, here we go. In she goes. Scratch in the same place, that's always a good start. Not the prettiest thread I've cut. It's a bit teary, but it'll certainly get a hold of what it's got to do. Strange when you look at it. See the angle it's at. Looks like the tailstock's moving back away from it. It's quite mesmerising. Mesmerising is the word. So just engage the nut. Cross side back, half a turn. Back to the stock. In with the cross side to 0. Bit more cut on. Just about it now, nice deep thread. Only one more pass. Oh yeah, that's f***ed it. Bastard. Well, let's snap the end off. Bollocks. The two will probably get a laugh like. Yeah, it's just come loose. Bastard. Not a worry. At least we've got the thread cut. That's a Yorkie thread, that. It's turned out not too bad after all, managed to save it. So that'll be on the end of there. We're going to go in that way, so it's going to screw the wheel on. So it's just a buffing thing, we're polishing things up. It's a polished handle up, that's what it's for. But I've wanted a buffer for a while, you know. So we're drill and bore a hole in there tomorrow night to fit onto there. I've ordered some polishing mops. Hopefully we'll be here tomorrow and then we can play.